They told me to be there at 7:30 sharp. The message came from Daniel, my oldest son. It was short, to the point. Dad, dress nice. We planned something special for your birthday. No emojis, no exclamation marks. Just clinical, efficient. That should have been my first clue. When I pulled up, the valet looked puzzled. He glanced at the car, then at me, as if trying to piece together why I didn't belong in the picture. I handed over the keys anyway. My suit felt stiff and itchy. It was the same one I wore to the divorce hearing. Inside, the air was filled with smooth jazz and the soft clinking of crystal. Servers dressed in black moved like silent shadows. I scanned the room once. Then again, no sign of my family. No table waiting. Just a corner booth, and in it my ex-wife. Her hair was pulled back too tightly, and her smile was even tighter. Beside her sat Gregory, always buttoned up, always self-satisfied. He looked like the physical embodiment of a tax audit. He gave a small wave when he noticed me. Maybe a more affordable place would have suited you better, he offered, half apologetic, like I had wandered into a private club uninvited. I looked from him to her. Then I laughed, a low, dry laugh from someplace deep, where anger goes when it has nowhere left to burn. I turned my back on them and walked straight to the host's stand. Evening, I said. Tell Mr. Lucian his uncle's arrived. The host blinked, then stood upright. Of course, sir. The booth they gave me came with thick silence, arrogant linen, and a view of the whole room. I sat and watched the whole scene unfold. Just 2 months ago, I thought things were mending. Family dinners had returned, polite check-ins, even a birthday cake last year with both my sons flanking me. Then came the missed calls, plans pushed aside, and Mia, my youngest, started calling him Greg instead of Mom's husband. I didn't ask questions at first. You learn to let silence preserve what's left of your pride. But pride has its limit. At Daniel's graduation, the shift became undeniable. I saw it clearly, the way they huddled around Gregory, not me, the way he rested his hand on Daniel's shoulder, like he had earned that spot. It wasn't jealousy. It was erasure, a quiet, thorough replacement. And they accepted it. I looked at Daniel, and for the first time, I didn't see the boy I had raised. I saw a stranger pretending to know love. When I got home, I opened a drawer and pulled out old photographs. Birthday hats. Christmas mornings, a tiny hand gripping my finger. I realized then that I wasn't father anymore. I was a leftover, a story they'd stopped retelling. That night, I began paying attention. Who paid for Daniel's new place? Why was Mia's tuition no longer coming out of my account? Why had they stopped asking me for help? Gregory, he was funding it all, financing their loyalty one payment at a time. I contacted the school. Didn't even say who I was. Didn't need to. I logged into an old Venmo account Daniel, and I once shared. There it was, weekly transfers labeled simply, from G. The pieces formed slowly, like watching mold creep across bread. Gregory wasn't just playing stepdad. He was rewriting the whole script. And my kids? They handed him the pen. But the final confirmation came with the reservation. The night before, I called the restaurant pretending to be Mia. I just want to confirm a birthday dinner reservation for Mr. Hayes. A short pause. I'm sorry, ma'am, the hostess said. We don't have anything under that name. I thanked her, hung up, and smiled. If they thought I'd show up looking pitiful, begging for a chair at their table, I had something better in mind. Lucian, the owner, once worked under me when I managed a second-rate French bistro downtown. He was young, clumsy, full of ambition and burned scars. I gave him his first chance. He hadn't forgotten. When I walked in and asked for him, he appeared like a storm wrapped in silk. Uncle, he grinned, you want the booth? I nodded. He personally cleared the table, arranged the settings, and vanished without another word. From across the room, I saw Gregory's jaw tighten as a server poured me a glass of Chateau Margaux. He leaned toward my ex and whispered something. His color faded. Daniel looked over, then quickly looked away. Suddenly, their table seemed small, insignificant. They didn't come to me right away. It wasn't until Lucian returned, personally delivering a dessert not even listed on the menu. That Gregory finally stood. He walked over slowly, hand behind his back, like a priest delivering a funeral sermon. "Nice spot," he said. I wiped my mouth, took my time, then met his eyes. "You ever heard of strategic starvation?" He frowned slightly. It's when you feed someone just enough to keep them hooked, but never enough to truly nourish them. He stayed quiet. "I watched you do that to my children, one act of charity at a time, slowly replacing my name with yours." He tried to speak. I raised a hand. "No, you don't get to." I placed a folded napkin on the table. It was a copy of Daniel's tuition statement, paid in full, signed by Gregory. "You didn't earn their love," I said. "You bought their silence." I stood, buttoned my jacket. "And now you can keep it." I left. No dessert. No parting glance at the table behind me. The air outside was colder than expected. Or maybe I was. The valet pulled up slowly, unsure if he should smile or stay silent. I didn't care either way. Inside the car, I adjusted the mirror, looked into my own eyes. They weren't sad or angry, just gone. They tried to erase me from the story. So I wrote a better ending, one they won't forget. I never needed a place at their table. I just needed them to know I could flip it over and walk away.